Lift off and welcome to this how to control a DJI Tello drone with Rust. As you currently see, I'm maneuvering around in my garden very gently and I'm trying not to hit something. But in this video I want to show you how to replace the tablet what I'm currently using with something else, with your computer or whatever. As you see, it's flying quite reasonable and you can maneuver it through all these different obstacles, or probably we can go under the trampoline. So let's go down there and see if we can go through this gap. So it should fit here perfectly. And what we will do in this video is that we replace the tablet and we are not longer flying with these on-screen joysticks. We want to use probably a keyboard, or we want to use another gamepad to control the drone. So let's bring it in and see what we can do and start a little bit of hacking. Back to the computer. I prepared an SDK for Rust for over 2 years ago, but today we explored a little bit and we see what we can do with it. So when you go to Create.io and you enter Tello, then you will find this SDK. So this is the Tello SDK I made. It's already some days ago, and here you see a little instructions of how you can use it. So when you check it out on GitHub, then you also can try some examples to play around with it. But today we will write a terminal application to control the drone. And here's also an example how we can do that. So how we can connect to the drone and we can do something. So let's go to Visual Studio Code. That's my favorite code editor. And I just create a new project. I created a folder, it's currently empty. And this should create the repository. So next thing, we have to add Tello with the version 0.3.1. And now we can go to main. Nope. And we just can add this code from the web page. That's it. Okay. Looks good so far. Okay, what is it doing? Here it connects to the drone. I think this is the default IP address. So when you connect your computer with Wi-Fi to the drone will have this IP address and you will have another IP address. This is the port for the video, so you can tell them where your video server is. And in addition, I have this pull. That means to communicate to the drone, you have to actively pull it and say, okay, there is something new, or you can get the information from the drone. So in this case, here we check if there's a new data package to get the flight information. And here is, for example, the connected message that the connection is established between these two components. And then we can do this throw and go. Probably we do here a lift off. Is it lift off? No, how's it called? Takeoff? Takeoff. Okay, and this will, so when it is connected, then the drone will start up. And here we will get an additional print line to show the battery percentage. So this is a loop, so it returns, repeats and repeats and repeats. So as soon as a package comes in here, it gets pulled from the drone and you will get the update on the battery percentage. Very important is asleep. I don't know why this is made like that. We can do it like this one. Come on. Better. So we have a sleep, so the thread sleeps for 1/20 of a second. We can pull even faster. Why should we? We don't need to. So it is always rerunning the poll every 20th of a second. Okay, let's see if that works. And then we increase it a bit. So what you should see now is my drone. It is next to me and I'm going to switch it on. Okay, now I connect to this drone by Wi-Fi and it is established. Let's start it. What happens? It's compiling. And there, okay, so that works. So you see the battery, and it started. So a lift off without land is probably not the best idea. So probably the one. Okay. How can we do that? So what we actually can add is a package called Terminal. I use it more often. Let me show this to you. So this one, Terminal. There it is. When you go in there, you see a little example how you can use it. So you can add different colors, you can move your cursor with the go to, here clear all and go to, and so on. So you can use the terminal as a UI. And that's exactly what we will do right now. So back to the screen here. Okay, next we will add Terminal to our cargo terminal. It will be the 1.5.6, if I can remember correctly. Yes. And then we will add a little bit of boilerplate here. So I think I will do a fast forward for this. Okay, preparation is done. This is always an error on my computer, but don't care, it's working, but something's wrong here. On the other hand, we can now write something to the terminal. So let's go and do a write. After that, we can also flash the screen. So standard out, flash. And now the screen should be cleared. This is not flying away anyway. So let's do another one, cargo run. And now we should get an empty terminal. So when the compiler is happy. So you see it's empty. You can scroll up, then it's back. But when you scroll down, then it's back empty. Next, what we should do is before we write something is probably to read something. And this should do the job. Okay, perfect. So we get when there is something in, this returns a buffer. And when something is in the buffer, we can read it. So therefore we just make a match okay bytes the first one, and we match that to, let's say we want to get as for start, and this is a byte. Okay, and we have a return. Okay, it was not an issue before that I had no return value here because I never left the main loop. So he was happy with that, but now I'm leaving the main loop and he needs a return. And we just return an empty. Okay, so the application is completed successfully somehow. we need a question mark. And he's happy, and because there's a result, and this matches to this type. Okay, then we miss the rest. This is this. So we can take off, we can land, and probably we should add an output that we know that the application runs. Back to the SDK. When we poll this, it could be that we get a package, a data package, and in the data package we have this flight data. So there are different data in there. So when we go into it, then you see it could be alternative information, flight data, light information. So how good is the lighting? It's very important. So when you want to do a flip or something like this, then the light information is very important. Log messages, version, Wi-Fi, and all what I didn't know how to interpret. Exactly. And so what we will do the light information and the flight data. That should work. Okay, now the position is a little bit nasty. Okay, but it's already working somehow. We see here that we have the header, we have a takeoff, we have a land now, and we have our connected battery, height, and flight time. Probably we should try it. So it will be fun. Let's see if that works. Okay, just switch it on again. And yes, we are connected. We have battery. We're not flying away. Now started. We have a height of 1 meter. We're flying for 5 seconds. When I click L, it landed. Okay, next what I will do is I just add the arrow keys to move the drone around. But I will do this in fast forward, so you don't have to follow me while this typing. Okay, I'm back again. So as you see, I added a couple of variables here. So we have 4 of them. So we have upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards, sidewards in both directions, and we can turn. I started with 2 of them, but then I recognized that okay, a drone has more directions, and I did a very simple thing. I just moved the keys a little bit. But I have the ASW, and I can turn with Q and E, and I can go up with R and down with F. And I'm just setting the values to the extreme. And I recognize that I cannot stop upwards, downwards now. And when I click blank, so the space key, then the drone should stop. It's not the most intuitive, so I should go with key up information as well. But I'm currently just reading the key down events, so therefore this is the simplest approach I can do. Okay, and exactly these values, so going from -1 to +1, are fed into this send stick commands. And here you see it's always starting from minus to 1. And then you can go up, down, you can forward, backwards, you can roll left, right, and you can turn with counterclockwise or clockwise. So let's see, I just plug in the battery and see what happens. Hello. Battery enough, then take off. And It did not work at all. So what's wrong? I send it. Here the stick commands. And did the value change? What's wrong? Wow! It works! Oh, okay, he joined me over here. Okay, as you see, it kind of works. I should press the L key, so I better stop now, otherwise I will kill my drone. Check out the repository, there are other things in, like how to move it with a gamepad and how you can receive the video stream. But this is enough for today, and I think it's already long enough. And it's already here. Don't break it. It looks still good. So happy hacking, and see you in the next video.